I believe it. I think this is an anomaly. So just play with me. Let's assume 4 to 5 years from now, we've gotten out of this craziness and we're up in the $6 to $7 range, and that's looking like a plateau for a while. You know, what, if I'm in, I don't know, wind turbines, you know, methane from you know, solar, where do I have, what do I have to be doing if I'm really just competing on the cost of my energy versus somebody saying I'm going to heat my home with natural gas, or I'm going to drive my vehicle with natural gas, or I'm going to power my power plant? I'm thinking there are a whole lot of industries out there that right now are staring at this and wondering if they're viable without government regulation with carbon taxes. I'm just assuming.
I'll make one quick comment. Natural gas's greatest characteristic is it's our best source of instant heat. It's the cleanest, best source. So when you look at it from its industrial value-added use, that's where the sweet spot for it is. Now, is that where we're going to use the most of it, buy the most of it? No, but that's. So I'd say the industrial demand side, Ed, is a big player in this. But if you're a photovoltaics, you've got to assume coal stays at about the same cost per BTU that it is today. Now, if we start exporting more coal out of the U.S., we're going to do 100 million tons this year, maybe 115 million if things go well for the coal industry. That's going to support the price of coal in the U.S. even if our demand's falling, which is an interesting paradox. The more coal we export, the higher the price of Powder River coal will go, and the less the demand in the U.S. will be. So that's so I would say that you look at the cheapest probably is going to be coal. Set that as your benchmark price. Gas is going to be slightly above it because I think it gets a premium price to coal ultimately because it's cleaner, it's easy on off, it's not base load. That would be my take. I would use the coal, the cheapest coal as your major. That's the bottom, the high end.
Let me kind of try to address that in a different way. I mean, I think what you're talking about is we have gas staying there, so you think it's back to $6, $7. What is the impact on other clean energy businesses? I can just tell you from our own experience, trying to make a business that was, quote, sustainable renewable energy, landfill gas, coal mine methane, digester gas. When the economics of natural gas went to $3 in the pipeline, and I was paying over $3 per million BTU for landfill gas that I had to clean up and deal with all the challenges of that, we just didn't do it. We just stopped. Because economically it made no sense. Unless you get a carbon tax, or like, I don't remember who asked the question about carbon tax, unless you get something that balances that field, I think low-cost natural gas probably has an impact on the development of some of these other technologies. The reality is it can't help it to have that, because it's economic to just use clean-burning gas if you can use it as opposed to something that's a lot more expensive. Frankly, if you've got a big company with a big budget, you spend a lot of money on technology to try to improve liquefaction techniques, try to improve purification techniques, try to improve solar voltaic, all of that. But I think all of those are going to take technology advancements to really be competitive with gas.
But Kurt, didn't your business model change? I mean, you thought you couldn't make that work. So I think that's the key, right? Flexibility.
Well, there's an old adage somebody told me once: follow the money.
Well, that's if I'm in something other than natural gas, and I'm staring at many years into the future with natural gas, but I'm hearing probably at most 6 to 7. Now maybe 10 years from now something else happens, or so many trucks because we're going to 14. But how do I live?
Folks, I'm going to take one more question, and I'll shut this off officially. You can stay and visit with these guys to the extent they're willing to stay. But again, one more time, thank you. I'll just encourage you, if you want to hang around officially, we'll kind of bring this to an end.